I'm gonna play old Hank Williams tune. I'm so lonesome I could cry. Did you hear that lonesome whippoorwill? He sound too blue to fly. That midnight train gonna wind that low. I'm so lonesome I could cry.
Although Steve makes a great use of that bottleneck in this song, and it works with that delicate touch, I'm not a great fan of that screechy metallic sound, so I'm going to teach this song just using our fingers. And then after, it's up to you if you want to start to use the bottleneck and just transcribe the tablature into a bottleneck sound. It's as easy as that. Let's go ahead and take a look at my rendition of So Lonesome I Could Cry, and we'll see how we can play it. Did you ever see a whippoorwill that seems too blue to fly? That midnight train that's rolling down, I'm so lonesome I could cry. That was Seasick Steve's version of So Lonesome I Could Cry, originally performed by Hank Williams. Now, if you listen to the original, you realise that this song is very, very different from that country upbeat version, and the way that Steve treats it, it gives it a really, really sad feeling. And the incredible thing is that it's very easy to play. All you have to do is to put in that famous feeling. Seasick Steve is one of those really unusual people. He's a modern guitarist. He's very real. It took a long time for him to become noticed. In fact, it took him something like 50, 60 years. But eventually he was discovered, and he became quite famous simply because he's honest, he's real, and his music speaks straight from the heart, just like the old styles. Now Steve plays this in open D, so we're going to tune our guitar down to open D. And just to remind you, here's a diagram of open D tuning. We simply take the two E strings down to D, the G string down to F sharp, and the B string down to A. We're not going to play really any chords in this configuration. The only chord that we may play at the end is this chord. But mostly it's just single string runs, a very delicate right hand touch, and as I said before, a lot of feeling. We'll take a look at the tablature, and each time before you see a piece of tablature, and you'll see it on screen and you'll see my hands in close-up, both my left and my right, and before that I'll play the phrase to show you exactly how it should sound. Later on we'll have a chat about how to sing with it, and obviously that's when the the fun starts for many people, but we'll see if we can give some pointers to how to sing to this song and make it sound real. Here's the first phrase. And let's take a look at that in close-up. That's not really complicated. I'm just using one finger, my thumb, and I'm doing a kind of a strum. But bear in mind that you can also strum after the bass note and not fingerpick at all. It still sounds good. Let's take a look at the tablature of how we just use this in a strum pattern. Now as you're playing along, sometimes you might miss a strum or miss a string with your finger. It really doesn't matter. Just replace it with a strum and just make it flow. And you can see that it really doesn't matter in the order of the treble strings. The first tablature shows this, but you could easily play this. It doesn't matter at all because it still sounds good. You can combine all three of them into this. Let's take a look at the tablature where I combine all of these three styles into one phrase. And the next section sounds like this. And here's the tablature. Now on that last part, on that lovely sad seventh chord, we're just going to strum a little bit, and then we're going to move up. Simply on the bass note, second, fourth, and we play all the notes with our bar across the 5th fret. And this is what this section sounds like. And here's the tablature. And in the next section we can see that it's the simplicity that gives it that wonderful feeling. It sounds like this. Then we simply take that last chord in the last phrase up 2 frets, and we start again. Let's take a look at the last section in close-up, and here's my hand with the tablature again. Play it nice and slowly and build up speed, and listen to the original and choose your own pace that feels really good for you, and then start to sing to it. Start to put the words to it. Now luckily with this arrangement the words start really on the bass notes as they run down. Did you ever see a whippoorwill? It seems too blue to fly, and that midnight train, well, it's rolling down. I'm so lonesome I could cry. And really, if you miss the mark where to start that particular line of verse, then sing a little bit afterwards. It just gives it a kind of a variation and a nice flavour. Take it nice and easy, and listen to the masterly way that Steve sings this. In fact, you get the impression that for me, I don't know which to listen to first, the guitar or the voice, because they're both so authentic, and it takes me right back to the original blues of 90, 100 years ago. It's a great song by a great artist. You have fun with it. Thanks. Bye-bye.